Hello and welcome to the Fortis in Unitate Cataclysm Dungeon Guide. My name is Bodhisattva and today I will be discussing the encounters and quests found in Blackrock Caverns. Blackrock Caverns is located in Blackrock Mountain and is accessed via one of three ways: Searing Gorge and Burning Steeps, as was usual with the original release of World of Warcraft, or through Finkel's Mole Machine, which can be used from the new Mount Hyjal zone located in Kalimdor. While it is not absolutely clear in what order the quests are available for each encounter, you will want to shoot for getting "this can only mean one thing" from Finkel in Hyjal, which will lead to the Chamber of Incineration, and hopefully the other boss-associated quests given by Finkel. No matter how you enter the dungeon, the first encounter will be Rom'ogg Bone Crusher. Rom'ogg has 5 abilities: Call for Help, Chains of Woe, Quake, the Skullcracker, and Wounding Strike. According to Wowhead blogs, the party will want to clear the room entirely before engaging Rom'ogg, as he will use Call for Help to draw other mobs into the room to his aid during the encounter. Once the encounter begins, Quake will do 9,000 damage per second to all members, which is unavoidable and must be healed through. Then once at 65% health, and again at 35%, Rom'ogg will cast Chains of Woe, drawing the party to the front of the boss and immobilizing them there until the chains are broken by a sufficient amount of DPS. Once the party is grappled close enough to Rom'ogg, he will begin to cast Skullcracker, which is an 8-second cast. If any party member is still caught in the chains after the 8 seconds, they will sustain the 95 to 105,000 shadow damage from the Skullcracker, an effective wipe of the party. So getting all party members freed from the chains is crucial. The party will also want to be particularly focused on freeing healers first and then ranged DPS, as Rom'ogg's Wounding Strike will also be randomly targeting nearby raid members, reducing damage and healing. After Rom'ogg is defeated, the party will be able to proceed upstairs and face Korla, Herald of Twilight. There is one quest available for the defeat of Korla, again from Finkel. Her abilities include Aura Acceleration, Dark Command, Death Grip, Drain Essence, Evolution, and Twilight Evolution. Korla's Aura of Acceleration will cause her and all her friendlies to have increased movement and haste for the duration of the encounter. As well, upon the engagement of the encounter, Korla will begin to cast Evolution on mobs surrounding her. 2 party members need to intercept 2 of the beams, much like intercepting the beams on Netherspite in Karazhan, while DPS focuses on killing the 3rd ad before it is transformed into a Dragonkin. Once the first ad is defeated, move on to the 2nd and 3rd ads respectively. The idea is to defeat them one at a time before they gain 100 stacks of evolution and transform. As well, it is critical that the 1st and 2nd mobs are defeated before the party members blocking the beams gain 100 stacks of evolution, which will result in a mind control. Evolution stacks can be wiped with spells such as Ice Block and Pally Bubbles. Once the ads are defeated, all focus should be on Korla. At this point, she will use her Dark Command and Death Grip to fear and disrupt the party's damage and healing. Next, the party will face Karsh Steelbender. Ninja Zombie describes this encounter perfectly in his blog on Wowhead. Before you can engage him, you will need to kill the 2 conflagrations patrolling around the room. As you will see, when they get close to the cooled obsidian alloys, they will become molten and will be able to move. What you want to do is pull the conflagrations down the hallway until any alloys that are following are cooled again. You can slow down the alloys to make it easier. Once this is done, the boss is easy. He has a buff on him that reduces all damage he takes by 99%. To fix this, you'll need to kite him into the pillar of flame in the middle of the room. He will also deal more fire damage each melee hit he does, increased by his stacks. This buff will only last for a short time, so the tank will be moving in, letting the buff stack, move out, wait till it drops, then repeat. Whenever it does drop off, a wall of flame will shoot up from the gates circling the middle of the room. A good stack size to shoot for is 4 to 6. More if your healer can handle the damage. Other than that, the fight is straightforward. Next up is Beauty. Defeating Beauty is associated with the quest Do My Eyes Deceive Me, given by Finkel, again in Hyjal. Beauty has 4 abilities: Berserker Charge, Flame Break, Magma Spit, and Terrifying Roar. Before beginning this encounter, the party will need to pull and defeat her pups. Once the pups are killed, the main ability to be wary of is Magma Spit. This spell affects one party member, which then acts as an AoE on all party members within range. Party members must maintain an appropriate range from the afflicted party member, while the healer makes sure that the member with Magma Spit survives the spell. Flame Break will also damage tanks and melee while knocking them back, as her Terrifying Roar and Berserker Charge fear and stun random party members at her will. The final encounter in Blackrock Caverns is Ascendant Lord Obsidius. A quest is also available for his defeat from Finkel. Obsidius has 4 abilities: Stone Blow, Stop Heart, Thunderclap, and Twilight Corruption. Obsidius is much like the Blood Prince Council encounter in ICC. The main boss will continually switch aggro priority with the adds that surround him. The tank can take all mobs until his or her health is at about 50%. At this point, a ranged DPS will need to gain aggro on the shadows, and the tank will need to be topped off. Then reacquire the shadows and the boss. This encounter is still being experimented with to a great deal on the beta realm, so tactics may readily change. We hope that this guide will at least give you an idea of what you will be facing in Blackrock Caverns in the Cataclysm expansion. Of course, feel free to comment, add to, and correct any information offered here.